MANTOOLS is brought to you by
EXO Auto Works. EXO Auto Works is Colorado Springs' home of the $50 synthetic blend oil change. Call now, 719-375-3232, or visit exoautoworks.com to make your appointment.
Madrid Maintenance. Madrid Maintenance offers excellent handyman service in the Colorado Springs area, starting at just $45 an hour. You can reach them by phone at 719-963-2020 or online at facebook.com/Madrid Maintenance.
Enharmonic Studios. Enharmonic Studios is a hybrid digital analog facility designed to be quality and affordable to anyone who wants to make history. Call today, 719-963-2020, or go to facebook.com/Enharmonic Studios.
From EXO Auto Works. Streaming all over the world.
We're coming for you, globalist!
It's your weekly dose of toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity.
With Eric Madrid. And Trevor Lane. It's MANTOOLS.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, hello.
We've got a new look.
Everything's working.
A new thing going on.
That's good.
Yeah, well, we fired it up. Trevor did all the work.
I'm sweating like a slave, too, from getting this set up.
You done good, son. You done good. Appreciate it. Yeah, Trevor got us a new table. Trying a, new perspective. Turning over a new leaf.
We need to go that way just a little bit.
We're weirdly
we'll
framed.
Do that.
Weirdly, we'll just do this.
I can,
What's up, buddy?
I can do this for now, but...
Yeah.
Wait, nope. Too far?
Too far. No, there you go. Oh, look at that money.
Too far? Good?
Money.
All right.
Let's do this. Yeah. There it is. That doesn't help.
Nope. You can pull the curtain over the top, I guess.
No chroma key. Yes. There you go, Trevor. It's like a real podcast, ladies
Almost,
and gentlemen.
yeah.
It is. Brought to you from EXO Auto Works, the upstairs lavatory. We do this at 7:30, so we don't get interrupted by somebody's poop break.
Well,
it's true. It's all true. Everything you hear on here is true. So, buddy, you got more rats.
yes.
Yeah. This is how was your week?
Well, the rats arrived last week, but they're like starting to have color instead of just being like little nut sacks.
Gross.
So, yeah. Fun fact, if you didn't know, female rats can hold sperm.
That's something I've learned.
They can mate once and then have 2 litters.
That's not good.
As we found out.
Not good for you.
I guess it's not necessarily normal, but it does happen. And it did.
There you go. We conquered and overcame this week.
Ugh.
The studio computer power supply went down.
I saw you posting about problems there.
I was like, all right, peeps, give me a day. Amazon is, came through in a pinch again. It's only a couple $100, but is what it is. Cost of doing business, right?
That's correct.
But we got weird things happening with the table. I'll put this thing in there.
Well,
not
to get too inside of baseball, but
how's that?
There was a board here that I took off.
The the testicle shelf.
Sure, yeah. I was thinking,
yes, we have the testicle
we could
shelf.
add a rack mount and put that under here.
Right? Yeah, and then it looks like we're reaching for
you know
twiddling
what I mean?
our knobs. Yeah,
but then now I'm seeing that it doesn't have rack screws, so I'm not sure that idea works either. For some reason, I thought it had a rack mount, but
it does not.
Okay.
It does
we can
not.
do something. I don't know, bungee cords. I don't know, something Or just leave it where it's at, and I can bring the board back and put it back on. I don't know.
No,
Whatever we want to do.
This is just an awesome little desk.
Configurable. As long as you keep it round.
Yeah.
It can't do that.
Yeah.
Can't straighten out.
Had the guys doing landscaping with me. They were like, so I got a couple of dudes, and James has had to have hard days before, but poor Mike's never had a hard day with me yet. A real day. Everything's been super handyman and easy and like not hard work. Just hand me this. Like he gets $20 an hour to like just go put this in the truck. Go bring that. He's a gopher. And hand me this, do that, sweep this up. Works out well for me. He had a hard day. He had a hard two or 3 days this week, so that was pretty funny. It's like, I'm so sore. I'm stiff. Like you're 10 years younger than me, bud.
Take a cold shower or have a nice
cold
bath.
shower.
And
Yeah, I'll see you at 8. Like, let's do this.
drive on.
The old man still got it.
Or
Apparently,
as they used to tell us in the Army, here's some Motrin, drink some water, go fuck yourself.
And then we were supposed to go see Extreme on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
And I got halfway up there and I was like,
I
got all the way up, well, halfway to the concert. And bam, I was like, oh, they canceled. Bass player's sick. I was like, oh, crap.
Is that Billy Sheehan?
No.
Was he?
No, it's
what band am I thinking of that he was? Mr. Big.
Mr. Big.
Yeah. I knew it was one of
Mr.
those.
Big. Yeah.
More than words types of, you know. That's right. Extreme was the guy that did one album with Van Halen, right?
Yes.
The singer, Gary Sharon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Nuno is the guitar player,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay. All right.
And everybody's losing their goddamn mind about Nuno's new guitar solo, which they should. But the thing is, he's been doing that since the 90s. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, that's really good, bud. You know, and I'm really glad the internet kind of lost their shit because you guys have been doing this for a long time and kind of deserve it. But the only, I mean, it was a perfect evening anyway. Absolutely perfect. Hilariously perfect. However, I tried to do the refund thing on the, you have 30 days from this day to get a refund on your tickets,
yeah.
or just hang on to them for a postponement. And I'm like, like they're going to come back. And if they do, it'll be, you know, some day that, you know, I got a gig or it's a MANTOOLS,
Right,
something.
yeah,
It's going to
something.
be, yeah, of course. So I was like, oh, let's just try to get a refund on this thing, and we'll buy them when they come back through. Ha, no buttons. Takes you to the, like, there's no way to get a refund.
Websites or forums that suck have been pissing me the fuck off lately.
God.
Like we didn't plan on what's pissing me off segment, but I'm going to go into this. Just
do
'cause.
it. Get it.
So I'm trying to book an eye exam. I have the appointment, but it's like fill out these forms to make it quicker so that you don't have to show up 15 minutes early. I'm like, okay. 3 different browsers, 3 different devices.
Ting, ting, ting.
I fill it all the way out, and at the end there's well, the problem I'm running into is that there's only one of the 2 check boxes for some reason. It's like, if you're going to use insurance, check this box for some reason, and then have you read our privacy policy? You got to check both
You
of
have
those
to do
go.
those, yeah.
If one of them's not there, it won't let you submit, and half the time one of them's not there.
Is it the privacy policy one?
Usually not.
Oh, because
Yeah, it's weird.
I
It's
run
very
into
strange.
you have to click on the privacy policy.
I did that.
And it opens up, and you have to scroll down, and then the button
It's-
appears.
One page, and there's nothing at the bottom. So the only thing you can do then is a back button, which then still tells you, sorry.
Fuck.
It's very irritating.
Fix your websites, people.
Very annoying. Yeah, Vision works.
Well, yeah, ACX, AXS, whatever they fucking are. Because they just, yeah, you have 30 days or you can't get your money back for this thing. I was like, all right, well, I'll just go ahead and take care of this right now. Oh, fuck. That's how they roll.
Yep. That is
Whatever.
how they roll.
It's like $200. Fuck it. What are you going to do? Piss and moan on your podcast?
Yes. Yeah, that is what we'll do.
That's what we do. Well, instead of pissing and moaning, let's check out some news.
All right. As the news shows us, it pays to be prepared. And you should be prepared by having some emergency food, bucket of meat, full meals, whatever the case may be, a 3-month supply. That's not a bad idea. I got a 3-month supply.
Did you?
Of course, that's a one-person 3 months, so it's my family basically for a month.
Gotcha.
In that case,
Right.
which is fine. That's
Sure.
cool. It's better than no months.
That's so true.
So you should get yourself one of those by going to Valley Food Storage. And the best way to get there is to go to Prepare, because you should be prepared, prepare.mantoolsmedia.com, or you can use that QR code sitting over by Eric's elbow. We make it easy for you.
We're going to drop
right.
this.
The news.
Here we go.
With one of our neighbors to the east, Kansas. A court in Kansas has ruled that a sperm donor must pay child support. So you think, well, that sounds really unfair. But then you read on and you find out
that
the couple, well, I'm not sure why they're calling them a couple, but the couple say they preferred artificial insemination at home. Pro tip, in most states, that makes you a father. Which is what it does in Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy says he signed an agreement to waive his parental rights / responsibilities.
However,
but in most states, if a doctor does not do the insemination, then you are a father. Whether you do it the old-fashioned way or the turkey baster
at home.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to the court.
Just,
they view you as a father because a doctor did not help that happen.
A little loving spoonful make you pay for the rest of your life.
I know that's the case here in Colorado because I was on a website to do that natural insemination. It was like the free sperm donor project or something. And then looked a little further into the law and it was like, nope. I was hoping to raw dog some lesbians, but in Colorado, if you do that and it results in a baby, you're a dad, not a donor. It's weird. I mean, the act of going to a doctor's office to do it makes you a donor.
It makes sense though.
But those agreements don't hold up for shit.
Yeah. So, wrap it up. Do what you got to do. Or,
get some Mungata underwear with a condom pouch and
we'll do it the right way.
Keep that thing loaded up.
If you want to, you're banging lesbians, you're hilarious.
Dude.
You know that's not going to happen. You know that you're going to have to, launch one into the sink and they'll just,
Well, that site, I'll put it this way. It's like a lot of those type of sites was a mixed bag. Like, some were like, yes, please come fuck my girlfriend. Others were, come, we'll help you make a sample, but you're not going to go in there, which, okay, that sounds kind of fun too. Now, the flip is, for anybody that's spending time with lesbians, they're not the penthouse pet type generally. Sometimes one is kind of cute, but usually both of them are not.
The views expressed on MANTOOLS are not necessarily
Just
that
saying,
of anyone.
Just saying.
Should not be listened by anyone. Viewer discretion is advised.
I may not have been able to get a rod. I don't know.
Jesus.
Just kidding. If push came to shove, I would have taken care of it.
Try to get a cold nose from a dog in your butt. That's one way to not get a rod.
Yeah,
just saying.
So, guys, if you don't involve a doctor, check your state laws.
Check your state.
To be sure, but if you don't involve a doctor, typically you are not a donor, you are a dad. So
it's all in the fine print.
Yes, it is.
All right, what do we got here?
Yes. So we're going to start with this video. Some police in Britain. I'm not even sure what they're responding to, but you'll see. Oh, wait, no. This part is they're responding to the fact that an autistic girl called one of the cops. What did she say? She looks like a lesbian nan, which is a grandma over there.
Right.
Apparently that's a crime.
To insult an officer or to say she looks like your lesbian grand?
Because it's Great Britain, it's some kind of hate crime nonsense. Hate crime to an official or something like that.
Wow.
So this girl is on the spectrum, and so she just spouts her observations. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And she went, "You look like a lesbian nan," or like my lesbian nan, something like that.
To that effect.
Yep. So this is what happened. Next, they're rolling up like 6 deep.
Wow.
She's made a comment in her own house. You've got her on camera. She hasn't said anything to you. Don't matter. Don't matter. She's getting arrested. She's getting arrested. Why are you doing this?
And there's your lesbian
And
nan.
there's your lesbian
She's
man.
autistic. I don't care. She's autistic. I'm not arrested. I'm telling you, I've got Eunice coming. She's going to be arrested tonight. I'm going to be coming on. Like, explain what happened.
Why we got on the first place.
So now she's hitting herself. That's another, I guess, autistic
She's got autism.
thing.
Can you just stand there? She's in a cupboard. She can't go anywhere. She can't go anywhere. Stand there, dear. They're going to remove her for what? Because you're bothered. Then she said the word lesbian. Her nana is a lesbian. She's married to a woman.
There it is.
She's not homophobic. Look what you're clenching your face.
She looks like Nana.
Yeah. Don't have a dykey haircut. How about that?
I mean,
sorry. Are you going to argue that you're not? Like, maybe you're not out of the closet, but I got news for you, honey.
regardless.
You're probably on a sperm donor.
Wow. Way to bring it back around, Trev. Way to bring it back around. Gee whiz. That's good shit. Well.
So now, this
walks like a duck.
This starts bad and ends a little less bad. Police force backs down after arresting autistic girl for saying she looked like a lesbian. Yep. West Yorkshire. British police force back down after they arrested an autistic girl over saying that a female officer looked like her lesbian nana. West Yorkshire Police has announced that it will take no further action.
Well, and now this autistic young lady who has a lesbian nana and was looking up to this young woman who apparently, you know, had, how do I put this? The young autistic child, gal, who's now afraid of the police and probably afraid of her nana, is associating some really negative things with anybody in, you know, in bright yellow. Good job, coppers.
And a short haircut.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Way to underreact, you know, way to play it calm, way to de-escalate, way to let that, you know, shit roll off your shoulders, because I've been called worse than a lesbian nana.
I definitely have as well.
Today I've been called worse.
And if well, here's the question. If you were a cop, would you use your power and authority as a cop to exact some kind of retribution, revenge, whatever?
On a poor little, on a little girl who's on the spectrum. Yeah, that'll be the last hill I go up to die on.
And this is why we shot them. The British, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why we
stuff
stopped it.
like this. Not lesbians. We didn't shoot any lesbians.
Trevor tried.
No lesbians have been harmed in the making of this podcast.
It's true.
All right. And then good news for those of us who are intactivists, I guess. I'm going to call myself that from now on. I'm an intactivist. Philip Sherman, who circumcised thousands of babies, is dead at the age of 67.
Was this that guy?
Do what now?
Was this that guy?
Which guy?
Bow tie guy?
No.
From the movie?
No. That guy's a doctor. This guy's a doctor as well, but he is a Moyle who's also a physician, which I guess is good. But armed with only a scalpel, a clamp, and a metal probe, Philip Sherman would routinely carry out his surgical mission in about 15 seconds, leave in as little as 10 minutes, and hot-foot it to his car, which was probably parked illegally.
Wow.
But perhaps spared a ticket by the inspired placard on his windshield, Mazel Tov, Bris in progress.
Please don't ticket me.
Okay.
Only in New York, folks.
Yep. Mr. Sherman, whose website, as well as his vanity license plate, was emoil.com, claimed to have performed some 26,000 ritual circumcisions, mostly in the New York metropolitan area during his 45-year career. Well, I'm glad he's dead. I wonder if he's the sect where they like have to suck it. You seen those guys, the super orthodox,
No.
and they give babies syphilis all the time, or some STD. I forget if it's syphilis,
What
but
the fuck is this?
these rabbis that they say according to the ritual they must
Kiss it.
to get rid of the blood or whatever, and so they pass
Okay.
STDs onto
Why would-
infants all the
that
time.
movie already fucked me up, dude. That movie already fucked me up. I already now have some issues with my wedding tackle that I'm having to deal with because of that fucked up movie. I'm like,
Sorry.
yeah, that goes beyond.
Yep.
If you haven't seen that, please join our locals and
Yeah, check that out.
Yeah,
American
and
circumcision.
check that out. We'll touch on it here in a minute.
All right, and then I think finally, nope, not quite. Second to finally, our friend Keys was just at Sturgis.
Yeah.
You know who else was there? Budweiser.
Oh, that's
And you know they've been killing it lately.
Here we are, Sturgis, Bud Light's at midweek.
Oh,
Improvement.
look at that.
So we hope Folds of Honor is here.
Folds of Honor is cool.
Bud Light tent, we're
They
hoping
just made a
business picks up a little
mistake
bit.
partnering with Anheuser-Busch.
they had a contract
Yep.
malfunction.
Are we seeing any uptick in business here? A little bit, okay.
He's lying.
Okay. All right, let's see. Hey, let's keep it positive.
That dude's like,
right?
I'm not involved in this. I'm
Maybe
walking.
by the end of the week.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing what
Yeah,
you're doing.
this is,
Appreciate the hardworking employees.
So I mean, after the debacle with Bud Light, Budweiser, I think Budweiser proper, because it affected their sales too. Everyone went, oh, it's Anheuser-Busch, I'm not buying it. Everyone that has a strong feeling, I guess, about their marketing decision anyways. And so Budweiser was feeling the pinch. So they started an ad campaign with Harley Davidson where it's like 2 American originals. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can hear that truck backpedaling. Just beep.
Oh, yeah.
Beep.
Yep.
Beep.
And it has not been enough. They are still losing money, man. And
Well.
like you see there, I mean, even at a place like Sturgis, where I would imagine last year, 2 years ago, whatever, the beer of choice for a lot of bikers is probably Budweiser.
Oh, yeah. Listen, did you ever... I haven't got to see the entire series. I've only seen cursory, little snippets of Mad Men.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like... There's something he said in the I know I come from an advertising background. It was... he said, just stick to the points, the talking points about your product. Stick to the points.
Well, this is what
And
happens.
they're like, well, it's safe for people. He's like, no, it's not. The doctors just came out and said smoking is not safe.
Oh, yeah, when they're doing the Lucky Strike episode? Yeah.
He's like, oh, what is it that you bring to the table that nobody... He's like, well, we toast our thing. He's like, oh, there we are. We're toasted.
Yeah.
Stick to the talking points. Keep it simple. Don't take sides. Any sides at all.
Don't deviate from your thing.
Yeah.
And they've admitted, like, the lady that was behind it was like, she said what her goal was to bring Bud Light out of basically the frat house. Which, stop. That's your bread and butter. Why would you go away from your bread and butter? You know what I mean?
It's
She
not
wanted it not to be a frat boy brand anymore.
But it's like it's piss water. It's going to be.
Yeah.
It's cheap and it's terrible.
It
and
goes down easy.
Yeah.
Comes up
just as easy. That.
Well,
anyway,
speaking of brands that want to do questionable things, this is actually from a few months ago, but I recently just saw it and wanted to bring it up.
Oh yeah, the smart car stuff, man.
Yes,
this is
so we talked
shady.
a while back about cars that are doing like subscriptions for like heated seats, and some other things where you're like, wait, that seems like it would either be installed or not. No, their thing is they're going to install it in all of them.
All of them.
You know what I mean?
However,
The options are going to be there no matter what.
but you got to pay for the options
But you
every
got to
month.
pay
Yeah.
for them to be turned on. So Ford was apparently looking at a patent for technology that would allow them to shut off your air conditioner and radio if you missed a payment. And I guess even looking at the self-driving thing to have it just drive on back to the dealership
If I were a repo man, I'd be kind of mad about
if you're
that.
on a lease and
you
miss a payment.
Yeah, because
The
took
repo
her
thing?
gerbs.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying that. It took her gerbs. I'm pretty sure anybody I know would not hesitate to quickly make their payment if their radio weren't working.
Dude, or in this heat, if the AC just stopped.
You know what? I want to get one. Miss payment. We get the AC shut off. Have heat stroke in the car and sue the shit out of them. Well, the locks didn't work either.
Yeah. There you go.
Right? You heard it here first. Call the flabby arm. Frank Azar.
All right. I think that's enough of the news. So let's get some cool stuff. Cool stuff brought to you by KRATOM. And the best place to get KRATOM is Top Extracts by going to kratom.mantoolsmedia.com or use that little QR code over there. Dude, KRATOM has been a lifesaver with these back and leg issues I've been having. Getting me to sleep. Fun fact, KRATOM, all right, this is not medical advice. I'm going to disclaimer it, but from my anecdotal observations and what I've read online, outside of alcohol, KRATOM does not seem to have immediate interactions with many drugs. So, for example, right now I'm taking muscle relaxers when I go to bed. If I add KRATOM to that, not an issue. Just, an additional, little help me go sleepy by.
Marvelous.
So, just putting that out there. That's been my experience. Obviously, your experience may differ, and I'm not telling you should mix KRATOM with muscle relaxers. But if you're interested in KRATOM, go to kratom.mantoolsmedia.com and check it out. Also, they're a huge donor for our raffle with the Veterans Day stream coming up in November. They have donated $175 worth of product. So whoever wins that, it's well worth the $22 to get a ticket entry. All right, now for some cool stuff. Dude, there's not much cooler than jets, and I think the F-22 is probably the coolest jet there is.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
This thing is ridiculous. It's the most advanced onboard computer on the planet.
Like to see an F-16 do that.
I'd like to see anybody do that.
All right, cool stuff tonight. I kind of threw in some things that could also be tools of the week, sort of.
So we got cool tools.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Top Extracts. Nope. You doubled down.
There we go.
This is awesome.
So, if you ever wondered how they transported babies in planes in the 50s, here you go. They strapped a canvas hammock, basically, to the luggage, to the overhead bin. And, there you go. Have some nice sleep until there's nice turbulence.
Bam! The British. You could tell. Look at their teeth.
It is British Airways, yeah.
Yeah.
From the 1956, I think. But holy shit.
That seems super
Whoever
safe.
decided that was the way to do that.
Super safe.
All right. And then we have this. Be amazed by the first wind-powered cargo
Wow.
ship.
Metal wings. Oh my God, the sails. we have sailboats.
This is new. This
This is
technology
new. Wind
has never
power
existed.
to get cargo on boats across the water.
The first in the world.
Wow, that's amazing. Nobody thought of this before. Not a one.
Nope. Yeah.
Somewhere there's a
And
TikToker.
as far as I can tell, they're not joking with this headline.
No, they're
World's
not.
first wind-powered cargo ship.
They're not.
So that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, first. We're living in strange times, my friend. We're living in amazing times.
And then finally, have you ever wondered, if I steal for a living or sell drugs for a living, do I have to pay taxes? Well, the IRS has just put it out there, yes. Just because your income comes from illegal activities, like dealing drugs, it must be included in your income on Schedule 1 of Form 1040 or Schedule C of Form 1040. And just a reminder, that includes stolen property. If
That's
you
right.
steal
If you
stuff,
steal it,
you must report its fair market value in your income
right.
in the year you steal it, unless during that year you return it.
Wow. All right. So if you don't, though, if you feel like you really do not want to return that and you're doing a Schedule C on your 1040, all you need to do is set that as a depreciable
I'm
asset.
just going to put it out there. I'm going to guess you are
And it's-
self-employed.
And it's fair market. Well, no. What if it's a side hustle? You know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
All right. So
No.
thieving's just a side hustle.
Cool.
Just giving you guys a little bit of help here. You can do it as a one-time, full market value depreciable for that year, and it will come off a small percentage. Or you can do it over a couple of years, depending on the item you stole. Like computers can go up to 5 years on your depreciation. So you'll just remember to do that every year. Keep track of your depreciables.
We cannot make this stuff up. Sorry.
This is actually happening.
Insanity.
Uh-huh.
So with that, speaking of paying stuff, we're going to pay some bills.
Let's do it. Let's get to them taxes.
And then we will be back with some sports.
On my way over here, my brakes made an awful noise, and the last time I got them done, it was so expensive.
You should go to EXO Auto Works. They did a great job on mine, and it was way cheaper than anywhere else I've been.
That sounds great. I need to get their number from you.
At EXO Auto Works, we offer the best price on brake service in town. We include brand new brake pads, rotors, and hardware, which saves you money and gets you on the road faster. See our website for a full list of our services. Call EXO Auto Works today.
Millions of men suffer every year from being walked in on by their nosy-ass chick while they're spanking it. And that's why we created FAP Alert. FAP Alert is the first system that sets up motion sensors around your home to let you know when you're in danger of having a nosy partner walk in while you're charming the cobra. You simply plug the device into the wall, press FAP on the app, and it's time to treat your body like a wonderland.
It's time to paint the pickle in peace. Thanks, FAP Alert.
FAP Alert is like having your own personal spanking it bodyguard.
Red alert. Stop fapping. Red alert. Stop fapping.
Hey babe, were you fapping again?
No, were you?
Let me see your history.
Sure, why not?
FAP Alert's conveniently connected to your internet history, and when an intruder is detected, it immediately deletes anything that you were watching in the last 30 minutes.
So you were on here for 30 minutes and searched nothing?
Mm-hmm.
You were just looking at this picture of a mountain?
Yeah, it's beautiful this time of year, Catalina.
Okay, you want some snacks?
In about 10 minutes.
All right.
So weird.
Sports.
So weird.
All right. Sports this evening brought to you by the Bearded Veterans Club, which, by the way, you don't have to be a veteran to join. It's not really a club. And you don't even have to have a beard yet. You can get the stuff that will help you grow a beard. It's great. It's where I get my beard oil and balm. They also have, like, beard washes, vitamins for growing a beard, all that stuff. So check them out at beard.mantoolsmedia.com or use that little QR code over there and get you some beard products. All right, we start with the WNBA. Boo, I know. We all know the WNBA is boring. And to make that point, a YouTuber named Gideon, I think I'm pronouncing that right, showed up prepared with his blanket and pillow.
But he paid for the seats.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of weird to watch another man sleep.
Well, then watch the game.
I got sleep apnea, man. I don't know what to tell you. I can't control it. You're not a little sleepy too? I got an extra headrest.
That's so weird.
So needless to say, he is now banned because the NBA owns the WNBA. He is now banned from all NBA events. Which, yeah, makes sense. But his thing was just to make this video. It went viral like he intended.
Yeah.
And there you go.
We're talking about it.
Yep. Women's basketball is very boring. Speaking of the NBA, LeBron James. I don't know who's followed this story, but a few years ago, he somehow helped start a public school, which I'm not really sure how that works. But it was called the LeBron James I Promise School.
Mm-hmm.
It cost $8 million in taxpayer money. And for the last 3 years, 8th graders have not passed their math exams.
It's been a shocking success.
Yeah. So, and it was a big, like, he's giving back, blah, 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 in Akron, Ohio. The goal of the I Promise School, as detailed on their website, is to help children who are falling behind in their education and are at risk of falling through the cracks. Well, not passing the state tests would kind of be falling through the cracks.
And let's just reiterate that it's been 3 years and not a single person has passed the state exam in 3 years.
Well, so I believe the school has existed for longer than that, but yes, in the last 3 years, not a single 8th grader has passed the math, at least the math test. This didn't go into the other standardized testing, but
it's no bueno. They lack a discipline.
Nope, which tells you they're not even, like, teaching the test. That's
Right.
the simple.
That's the simple thing. The
answer is you
curriculum's not
teach
even
the test.
They need the dads to show up. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, dads
Yep.
in schools.
Yep. Yes, they do.
They do.
On to NASCAR.
That's the one where they
from-
turn left.
Yes.
Okay.
This is from a couple weeks ago, but we've had guests and stuff and haven't really got into sports lately. So I went ahead and brought this up because I wanted to talk about it. A NASCAR driver named Noah Gragson has been indefinitely suspended by both NASCAR and his team, Legacy Motor Club. Why, you might ask? Well, he had the nerve to like a tweet. Albeit it was a somewhat racially insensitive tweet. It doesn't show it. I was hoping it showed. It was it had to do with St. George Floyd. And it was basically his face over the top of the crab from Little Mermaid, and instead of under the sea, it said under the knee. Under the knee.
Too soon.
But liking, he didn't post it. He didn't come up with it. He just liked it on Twitter. So this journalist made it his mission to dig that up and make it news, which it's not newsworthy, number one. And then number two, kept pushing until he got the result he wanted, which was the team Because at first they did like what a normal person would do, and we're kind of like, really, for liking a meme, that's a problem. But it's racist. Okay. We'll have him apologize or something. No, that's not good enough.
No, we
So,
want to cancel this. Poor
Suspended
bastard.
indefinitely. Because he liked a meme. And I mean, I don't disagree that it's in bad taste, but it also is kind of funny.
All of my jokes
I can
are
see the humor.
in some sort of bad taste. They just are. That's dark. They're awful. It is what it is.
I think a lot of it has more to do with how they've sainted George Floyd and made him into this, like, the saint of all black people or whatever. Which is ridiculous.
I'm just gonna. I get my news from here. This podcast. I don't watch the news. I don't look at it. I regret to say that I had a night sort of off last night. I wasn't working until god awful, and I had the the debate on, and that was just a fucking clusterfuck of stupidity.
Have you watched Trump with Tucker?
I did not. I don't watch any of that
Flip?
shit. I don't watch anything.
Well, since you have now consumed the debate, which I feel sorry for you having done,
just pieces, just little glimpses. And
have a look at Trump with Tucker. It's interesting. I saw an article. It was like 10 unhinged moments of Trump. He's giving very straightforward like answers to questions. It's like, well, I don't know what's unhinged about this. But, you know, Orange Man bad. So
I was like looking at it, and they're like, "Oh, and he's going to jail tomorrow." I'm like, "Wait, what? When did I?"
Well, he is being indicted.
No, they're
I
like,
guess he showed up.
No,
today.
they show this whole thing. They bring it up. I'm like, "Wow, this is." I've read this book. It's by a guy named Georgie.
Yes,
you know,
that is true.
Yeah, and I'm like, I've read this book, and they bring up these clips, and then everybody's just a buzzword, and if you, the way I do, like I look at the painting, I don't look at the brush strokes.
Right.
I was like, oh, look at this. They just painted this picture.
Which is,
like,
and
oh, man.
I think it was a smart idea on Trump's part to not go, because he knew all they would be looking for is sound bites where they get him and give it to him, and he's like, whatever, I'm leading all of them. His lead in like polling for Republicans is insane.
Oh my God, is it?
Yeah, he's polling at like 40 something, and the closest one behind him, I think, is that Indian dude Vivek Ramaswamy, who's at like 20 and recently became the number 2, and then everyone else has dropped back to double digits or single digits.
I looked at him. I'm like, wait, how is he going? If I'm not mistaken, please anybody correct me, but I thought you had to be like 45 years old.
35.
35.
Thank
you for correcting me.
Yeah.
I'm out of touch. Out of touch.
Anyways, we're not getting into politics.
Good.
Much.
It
This
hurts
is
to
politics.
watch.
This is politics adjacent. The Women's World Cup of soccer happened, and we lost really early.
Ever. The earliest ever.
This is while these ladies were focused on equal pay. And after all of this, and they've won the World Cup a couple of times with that lesbian Nan Rapinoe. She was asked, like, what, because she's retiring, this is her last hurrah, what are you most proud of? And she said the equal pay. It's like, none of the shit that's actually related to you doing your job.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's nonsense. The equal pay, they don't draw enough to get equal pay. They're reducing the men's salaries who do draw more for whatever reason. I mean, for the most part, America ignores soccer, so I'm not really sure how they're making money at all. But
as I read it and understand it, it was well, you're on the team, you're part of the league. We'll go ahead and make a pay cut so you guys can keep going.
The men voluntarily did it. So I have yeah. My sympathy for those guys is minimal now. because they went, sure, here, have our money.
Well, no, not only that, but they're like, all right, their tribe, we take care of our tribe, and we'll just,
guess.
Yeah, all right.
He's like, I guess. I think they're getting a lot more benefit of the doubt from you than they deserve.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. And then finally, I don't know what this sport is, but I feel really sorry for this guy.
Wait.
The most pine boards broken between the legs in a single jump.
If he'd have just stayed the course. Oh, God.
So he does not have to worry about paying child support.
Not anymore.
He can feel free to donate to anybody.
He had a San Isabel moment.
Oof.
Oof. Oof.
Well, with that historical moment, we'll get into the week in his story.
Comes to his end in the gutter, fitting climax to a life.
In front center flag, get it started. Hit flag and it's flag.
All right. The week in his story is brought to you by Smith & Bradley Men's Watches. A life well lived, or a historical life, you might say, deserves a watch well worn.
Oh, well done, sir.
Much like this one. I love my Discovery Field watch. I don't dress up enough, at least at this point in my life, to justify getting one of the fancier, dressier ones.
Sure. You'd have to get a suit first.
I have like 2 suits.
Yeah, but they're all corduroy with patches on the elbows.
Dude, some things never go out of style.
No, they don't. Substitute teacher look is in. You just got to drive a fucked up Toyota Corolla with a bunch of coexist stickers on the back.
I don't think I'll ever do that. But anyways, check them out at smithandbradley.mantoolsmedia.com. They have all kinds of watches, simple field watches like this. Like I said, fancy, dressy watches like the Draper, which I'm not sure who that's named after. Dive watches like the Atlantis. So any watch for any lifestyle, to be honest. All right. This week in his story, we start with August 24th, 2006. A travesty.
Yes, a horrible day. And
Pluto is downgraded from a planet to a dwarf planet when the International Astronomical Union redefines the word planet. And who the fuck gave them that authority? That's what I want to know.
We'd like to pray to our Lord Carl Sagan. Sit around in robes with some beakers bubbling over.
Watching, what was his show back in the day?
I don't know.
On PBS?
Yeah. Watching the universe over and over.
There you go, the universe, yeah. All right.
I was trying to think of the name of the movie with Jodie Foster to really fuck with you, but I couldn't now.
Oh, Contact?
Yeah, that's the one from his science fiction book.
That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah,
Contact.
That.
Yep. Let's see. August 25th, 1989. More space shit here. NASA scientists received stunning photographs of Neptune and its moons from Voyager 2, which now look like cave drawings compared to what Hubble and what's the new one?
The Cassini.
No, there's a new space telescope that replaced the Hubble.
The new guy?
Fuck, I don't remember. Anyways.
The Mark Wahlberg?
They make this look like someone threw shit on the wall and didn't do it. But this is a very good picture. I mean,
yeah. Oh, sure.
Pre-digital, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
iPhone 1.
Pretty sure it's like, you need a film, right? I don't know how they send that back, even. Just kidding. All right. We're moving on. August 26th, 1920, some herstory. The 19th Amendment to the Constitution is officially ratified, giving women the right to vote. And look at the mess we're in now.
You see that guy going up to all the chicks on the beach? We'd like to end women's suffrage, and
yeah.
they don't know what the fuck that word means.
Yep.
And they're like, yes, we signed the petition. That old lady about grabs him by the goddamn neck and about rings him one. I thought that was hilarious.
I'm generally not for tests to vote because they're always historically misused to discriminate against certain groups of people. But I would absolutely be for a one-question test that just says, define suffrage.
Yeah, please, define suffrage.
Like, do you even know what you're doing here? And everyone that can, cool. And don't tell anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
They still get to cast their ballot. It's just if they answered wrong, their ballot goes in the circular file. And if they answered right, it goes in the let's count it pile.
Let's count. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
All right. Let's see. August. I'm going to find where we are again. 27th, 1993. The Rainbow Bridge, a 1,870-foot suspension bridge over Tokyo Bay, was completed. Quite the feat of engineering there. That's pretty cool. I don't know how that compares to like the Golden Gate or anything like that, but it looks impressive.
It's roughly the same.
Oh, well.
But that's where all your doggies go when they die.
Oh, the Rainbow Bridge. I
Yeah.
Like you to Tokyo? What kind of scam is that?
What kind of scam is that?
Let's see. October 28th, 2005, Hurricane Katrina reaches Category 5 strength, and the Louisiana Superdome is opened as a refuge of last resort in New Orleans. And this is, I think, post that, but, they're... Yeah, that was pretty wild. Having to go live for a little while in a stadium would be pretty rough.
Just the smell.
Yeah. Between sports teams and rock bands, they already don't smell great.
Exactly.
Let's see. August 29th, 1966. The Beatles give their last public concert at Candlestick Park in San Francisco. I guess that wasn't public, right? This is before the rooftop.
Right.
The rooftop was like their last ever, and I guess maybe that wasn't a concert because you didn't buy tickets. They just did it until the cops shut it down. And then finally, August 30th, 1979, some more space stuff. The first recorded instance of a comet, the Howard Comer Mickels, hitting the sun. The energy release is equal to approximately 1 million hydrogen bombs. And I'm glad they had something looking at it to take a picture because
I'm glad it missed us.
Yeah. That also. Yeah, because I don't know how much of that energy is the sun and how much of that energy is the comet. So that brings us to.
We could do the math.
Let's not. I don't think I can get there. I only have 10 up here and 10 down there. I think we'll miss.
You use 11.
All right, that brings us to the end of the week in his story, and unfortunately, the end of our show. But before we go, I do want to remind everybody, we mentioned it a little bit earlier, we are raising money for 22 Until None, a great veterans charity. Their goal, for those that don't understand what they are or what the name is about, is to bring the number of veteran suicides down from 22 a day, which is probably a very conservative estimate, to none. And we want to help them do that. To that end, we've started a fundraiser on our Facebook page. You can also get to it by using that QR code. Or you can go to Vets. Now I need to type it in. What the URL I made was.
There you are.
Yes, vetsday.mantoolsmedia. I can't remember if I did stream or day. Vetsday.mantoolsmedia.com. And throw in whatever you can, but if you throw in $2, that gets you access to the stream that we will be doing on November 10th, featuring Kevin Sully Sullivan of the 21 Gun Podcast, Wade Whitrock of Moongata Underwear, Kelly Pippin, who's a local musician we've had on the show before, and one of my, as they call him in the Army, battle buddies from my time in Kosovo, Dustin Hoggard will also be appearing. So $2 gets you access to that stream. $22 enters you into a prize raffle. We mentioned some of the prizes earlier. You get up for grabs is some Moongata underwear, some Top Extracts Kratom, some 22 Sierra coffee, some Purple Works Nutrition pre-workout, and the pièce de résistance, if I'm saying that correctly.
Sure.
Is if we raise $2,200, I will get my very first ever tattoo live on the air during that stream.
Do you have a tattoo artist?
Not yet, but I'm sure I can.
I'm working on it.
Okay, cool. I'll go with whoever you recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you want to see me get inked up, I don't know what the design is going to be yet or anything like that, but I've never done it. I'll probably cry or, I don't know. Yep. I have no idea how I'm going to react, to be honest, because I have no idea what it feels like. So,
you ever been stung by a bee?
No.
You're gonna have fun.
I haven't. I've also heard that it's like having a cat with just one claw scratch you over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Nah.
And over.
You ever had like a bad sunburn?
Yes.
It's like that.
Okay, I can handle that.
It's not. I like the pain.
So, make a donation and help that happen.
Yeah.
And help veterans, or this organization help veterans get the help they need so that they're not, coming up with a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Well, I bummed everybody out.
Right, Locals members, here's some more bad news. Part 2 of our MANTOOLS at the Movies American Circumcision with James Martin is out now. Very special guest, and we discussed a lot of interesting things, and I'm just going to tell you right now, that movie fucked me up. My relationship with my penis has never been the same since that. It's only been a couple weeks, and it just hasn't. It's bizarre. So I guess I would be an intactivist too. So, yeah, some more bummed out stuff. Get it all and more on our Locals content. Members only. You guys just pay $3 for a month. It's at mantoolsminions.locals.com. Our merch is at merch.mantoolsmedia.com. Get free shipping if you're in our Facebook group and 20% off if you're a Locals member. Thank you to all of our sponsors. You can find them at sponsors.mantoolsmedia.com. Again, thank you for watching and or listening wherever you check us out on the web at mantoolsmedia.com or our social media at links.co/mantoolsmedia. Wherever you take in those podcasts, consume it. Do it.
That's right. Spread
the love.
Get us in your ear holes.
Listen responsibly.
And good night, everybody.